social equity.
Bring together the whole community,
including everyone in the conversation.
Upholding and promoting equal access and rights.
As more of an active principle.
One of the Australian mantras surely is a fair go for all, and yet in our population the people don't all get a fair go.
And that's usually got something to do with some people having power and other people being powerless.
Treating everybody the same, whether their age, their colour, their creed.
What you are or who you belong to.
No matter how low their income, no matter how deep their social disadvantage, and no matter what areas of Port Phillip we are talking about.
I think the City of Port Phillip's got a great history about its focus on the full broad range of social justice issues.
To become part of the solution for the future.
Helping to make our council buildings more accessible.
Training, advocacy and trying to break down the stereotypes.
An opportunity across the municipality to use our services.
Local vendors, social enterprises, sustainability, and it's about encompassing it all and to make a better community.
Council doesn't just talk about social justice, it maintains it.
Friends of SWI is an organisation, a community-based organisation, which is supported by the City of Port Phillip and for the last 13 years has been in existence to support a community centre and the development of small-scale projects in East Timor in the town of SWI.
We look after older people living in the community. We try to help maintain their independence so they can stay living locally. We wanted to raise awareness of elder abuse. It's a very underreported topic that doesn't get discussed terribly much in the public realm.
When I hear reports about literacy levels being less in Aboriginal populations than in non-Aboriginal populations, health outcomes being less, I just think I have to try and do my small bit to make it more equal, offer assistance where we can and educate the broader public as we can.
And when I see what happens statewide, you can recognise how important this group is and how good it's been in this community, this local community, to keep these issues of disadvantage of local Indigenous people at the forefront.
Well, the Community Bus initiative is basically a free service which allows people from all over the Port Phillip area to travel to the market as we're here today, to libraries, to various amenities that are around the borough. And as you can see, there's quite a few people use the service, particularly on a day like today with market being open. People will come rely on it, and it's a very good service. It's a free service, it's a very good service.
Joint Council's Access for All Abilities, or JCAAA, is a community development service that provides sport and recreation opportunities for people with disabilities. Actively engaging participants in the program planning process so that they actually have a say in what they're going to be involved in. So having events where we promote the achievements of people with disabilities within our community.
We engage people from the community with very diverse needs, from different backgrounds, culturally diverse, and all sorts of abilities as well. Raucous Theatre, along with the City of Port Phillip, hosted a flash mob inclusive of people with and without disabilities. People from interstate, from different shires came along, so over 400 people.
We need to get communities together from all different types of incomes, from all different types of backgrounds, get them around the table talking about a response to weather events like floods or heat waves.
People don't actually know asylum seekers, and then they swallow what I think is sheer propaganda. To be feared, or there are too many of them, or they're self-seeking, or whatever. They are simply vulnerable people looking for protection, and they deserve it.
Rate subsidies are all important to us, because I think it's more than a quarter that we're subsidised, which is such a blessing, because it gives us that freedom without too much pressure.
We have employment services working from Betty Day Centre. They provide very important service to the community, especially obviously to the people who are currently unemployed.
Some sports buildings that we're improving access to the entries, more accessible shower facilities in one of our life-saving clubs. We're going to put a lift into one of our sports clubs along the foreshore, which is a 2-storey building, and we're going to improve the bathroom facilities. Tactile and braille signage so that people can navigate their way around the outside of buildings and also the interiors of buildings.
Firstly, we advocate strongly for affordable housing in Port Phillip through a position of experience, authority and a proven track record. Secondly, we undertake well-informed high quality research projects to help provide more effective support for affordable housing provision in Port Phillip. Thirdly, we facilitate the projects of all organisations that want to invest and do business in Port Phillip to provide affordable housing. And fourthly, and lastly, we provide direct contributions of cash and property assets to support the growth of community housing in Port Phillip, in particular the growth of the Port Phillip Housing Trust.
We consult with children on a daily basis about things that involve them. So in this centre in particular, we involve them in menu choices, the programming, the experiences that they learn throughout the day, just asking them questions and really getting to know them and making sure that they're heard throughout the community.
You can hear the playgroups in the background. We've got about 15 playgroups running per week. We've got family services, we've got new parent groups, we've got immunisations, we've got relationships with community people, and we've got the grand opening in 1.5 days.
Hi, I'm Zamda. I'm Bahati. I'm Kamisha.
And I'm James.
And we're B3. We organise lots of events such as the South Melbourne Youth Festival, and we like to make a difference in the community. We want to create peace within the community and for the world.
Hold your head. So stand up and be proud. Don't let it get you down. Go on and hold your lover's hands. Then the world will understand.